An 18-year-old woman named Anglesey Hewlett wrote this diary in 1917, and this entry holds a morbid mystery. Monday, September 24th. Alex and I drove to the station with the men and then went to our house for a meeting, but I didn't dare let him smoke as Aunt Louise has evidently discovered that is what the meetings were about. So we returned to Rock Hall and drove to the station to see Weasel off for town. Then I went in the carriage to the village with Miss Lane. Alex and I played cards and then went with Eric to see Alden for a little while. Allison Phillips came for lunch and Eleanor and Polly dropped over for a little while afterwards. At 3, Allison and I went flivving with Eric. We went through woods and fields and on the queerest roads. We landed in an awful place that had piles of dead animals and 3 or 4 dogs and horses whose bones were almost poking out, they looked so nearly dead. There were some awful looking men there and the most awful odor pervaded the whole place. We had tea with Alden and sodas right afterward and got home about dinner. It was heaps of fun. Eric leaves for Westminster tomorrow. Alex went home right after lunch and Grandma and Uncle Art returned from Aunt Annie's after dinner. Got a letter from Wally. I have a couple of theories about this awful place that Anglesey encountered on her drive, but I would love your ideas too if you have any. In this entry, she was in Lawrence, New York, which is on Long Island, so I'm assuming that the roads that they were exploring were around there.